Testing, testing, 1, 2. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Hello,
Okay, great.
hello.
Hey y'all, look, I always, but I usually start the show at like I say 8 o'clock so people can get here, test their sound, test their camera. But I usually start the show exactly at 8:15. But I seen you guys were here, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Before we get started, I want to let's see somebody else here. Here we go. There we go. Make sure I had get out. Good evening. Make sure I have everybody in. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you guys for joining me.
Hey,
So
hey.
hey. So before we get started, I want to introduce myself. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ruby Jew. I don't know if you clicked the link that was in the email, like at the bottom, way at the bottom of the email. But I've been podcasting for about 3 years now. I've been featured in a couple magazines for my podcast work. I actually just finished a magazine feature about my podcast work a couple days ago. Um, I decided to start this issues at hand because I feel like in the Black community there are some things that we need to discuss, and I feel like if we get these things out in the opening, we start discussing these things. We probably can. I don't know if it could make a difference, make a change somehow. I talk about things that people are afraid to discuss. Um, and this is our 5th episode, and I felt like, okay, well, I need to start adding co-hosts because sometimes I'm here holding the whole weight by myself, and I don't want to be one side just give my opinion. I want other people's opinions as well. So I thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining. So the first thing I like to do is introduce myself, like I just did. You can always Google Ruby Jew. You can type it in Google RUBY. I have about 1.5 pages, almost 2 pages to myself. When you first type me in on Google, hooray to me! I put in the word, yay! It's been a long time coming. People told me I couldn't do it, and now we're here. Um,
Amen.
so so I like to introduce some of my merch that I have. If you are interested in, purchasing any merch from me, everything that I make, I only get a percentage of the merch when you purchase, but everything that you guys buy from me or whatever, donate to me, it all goes to the betterment of Ruby Jew and the Ruby Jew Radio platform. But before I do all of that, I want to give everybody on the panel a chance to introduce themselves. It's still early in the show. Like I told somebody else, I usually start the show around about 8:15. They give people time to come. I say 8 o'clock so you can get here, check your sound, check your camera, make sure your background looking good, make sure you got everything together. You know what I'm saying? So we really start the show at 8:15, but I tell everybody 8 o'clock. As you can see, somebody seen me in here. I was on camera, and I didn't even know you could see me. I'm in here working and getting my stuff together. I'm like, oh shit.
You know she on camera? I didn't know she.
I did not know I was on camera. I didn't know I was on camera, so baby,
Yeah, that's
if you
why we let
seen
you know, sis.
charge it to my mind and not my heart, okay?
Right, you good.
So what we usually do, this is how the show usually goes. What I usually do is give guests time to introduce themselves because I talk about me enough. Then once you introduce yourself, I'll show you some of my, introduce you to my merch. Then we'll recap last month's topic. Last month's topic was, is child support a broke baby mama or a broke baby daddy hustle? We'll just play like a little few seconds of that, and then I'll let everybody. Well, before I do, I let everybody introduce themselves. We talk about the merch. Then we go over last month's topic. I give everybody like 2 or 3 minutes to give their opinion on last month's topic, and then we hop straight into um the topic for the month. Now I have a poem and I have an article that I want to read for the topic of the month. So I go in, I read some facts. I always have to like a literature behind what I'm doing. And then we go around the room and let people give their opinions and their experiences and things like that. So this is the pound you can be yourself if you wanna, drink, smoke, just don't get me banned. But be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you cuss, whatever, this ain't no you're not gonna get judged or criticized for being yourself. So just be yourself, enjoy the platform. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come back next month, then hey, come back next month. We do this every month, up until December, and then we're gonna take hiatus, and then we'll start back in January. And I tell you, next year's topic is gonna be off the chain.
Uh-oh.
So next year's topic is gonna be off the chain. So this is just building momentum. And so we got a few more months left in this year. And for those of you who showed up today, I'll just be in correspondence with you about what's going to happen for next month, how we're going to do next month. So without further ado, it's 8:11. I'm going to go ahead and give people if you want to share this video out to your family, friends, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you tuning in from, you can always share this video out. I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, allow people to introduce themselves. I'm my mic. And I'm gonna allow you to introduce yourself. Plus, I gotta make sure I'm a little. I feel like I'm a little behind because my son he was sick today, so I kind of like had to
Oh
come
no.
my motherly duties. And then I was like, oh shit, it's 7:15. I jumped up like, oh, you know what I'm saying. So anyway, but I'm gonna mute my mic. We're gonna start from the top. We're gonna start at Queen, then we got Thomas, then we have Chandrika, and then we have Shanita. Now, let me know if I'm pronouncing your names right. And yeah, just let me know if I'm pronouncing your names right, because I'm not good with names, but I know your face, but I may not know your name, but I know your face. So we're gonna go ahead and let you guys introduce where you from, what you do for a living, and put your Instagram or your social media. So we're gonna start with Queen. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Okay, y'all. How's everybody doing? We are Queen Candy of the Queen Candy podcast. Make the long story short, we do a little bit of everything: podcast, radio, music. We produce, write our own music. We sell jewelry. We run a record label with our husband called Military Camp Records. Think that's just about everything. Y'all can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn and YouTube under the Queen Candy Podcast. Been doing our show for about 2 years. October will be 2 years. Did a little radio before that. As far as music, mostly spoken word, a little bit of rap. Like we said, we produce and make our own beats. We talk about all topics on our show, including religion. So yeah, we've been doing that for a couple of years, and we are also on the CTR Media Network and WBGR TV. So y'all can follow our Facebook and check all that out.
Next.
All right, thank you for the introduction. Next person.
So I'm Thomas Howard, aka DJ Doc, and you can call me Doc. I'm gonna make it Tommy and don't make it Tom. But
okay.
So in a nutshell, who I am, I'm a motivational speaker, I mentor, and an entrepreneur. So what I did was I did chat, so you can see all that we do. My wife and myself, we own, which we have several different platforms. Inside of that, we do media. We own a media company. We also own Rock Worldwide. And from the media, from the entrepreneurial side, we own a water company for alkaline water. Getting ready to launch our talent agency. Different things we do, and my name, DJ Doc. I'm an actual DJ, and my wife is a bunch of things here in San Diego, California, and LA. So we've done. I've had a video podcast that I've done for actually a vocal podcast that's been for the last year, and we do a lot of things for nonprofits and so forth. We are truly busy. Everything that I do, and as well, I'm an author as well. So, started in their own business so they can make their own money.
Nice. Thank you. Nice to meet you guys. So look, I want to let you guys know that you guys are putting your links in the private chat. It should be an option for you to do private chat or the general chat. So it's not an option for you to do private.
I'm not seeing that.
Okay. Cause I ain't never been in the back office. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, cause it won't even let me. We'll just, I don't know, y'all just
showing that it's locked. You could put,
let's see.
you should be able to the links into the
Because I can't
episode.
even, it won't even give me an option to do the chat. Hold on 1 second. I'm like, what the? See, that's why I be coming
Familiar
on
with
trying to
Restream.
get my stuff together, you know? And stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? Restream, sometimes they want to work, sometimes they don't. Like, I don't know what be going on. So I got the chat up, but I can't see nothing. I can't see nothing up in the chat, baby. I can't see nothing up in the chat. So what we'll do is we'll just have you guys just restate your information once we toward the end of the show. You can say it again, you know, in between you talking or whatever like that. But it's not
I don't
showing me no chat.
know what happened. My picture just changed. It rotated on its own.
I don't know. Okay, so let's go on to Chandrika. I think that's the next person. Is that the next person?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go on to you. I don't know why your picture just rotated. I don't know. Listen, we gonna work what we got. You know what I'm saying? When you doing something great, it always these little knick-knack and hats that try to stop you from doing what you're doing. We gonna keep it rolling. We gonna keep it moving. We gonna keep it going. We ain't gonna let that stop us or deter us. So we have about 5 more minutes for introductions. So Ms. Chandrika, go ahead and introduce yourself and let us. There you go. There you go. You back, Thomas. Thomas, you
Yes.
back.
And it went back.
Again. Okay, he flipped again. Okay.
I tried to copy the links and oh wow. Okay.
Now you're back.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I clicked on somebody's link.
Okay, so Miss Chandrika, can you go
Yes,
ahead and
ma'am.
introduce yourself? Tell us where you from, what you do, what you about.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, no problem.
Ms. Ruby Jew, I'm glad to be here, glad to be a part of this conversation tonight. My name is Chandrika, middle initial D, last name Fee. I am the author of best-selling, award-winning book, Lord, I Don't Want to Die a Christian, My Journal and Journey to Freedom. I am a wellness coordinator by profession. I also initiate outdoor experiences for Black women. That's all I'm offering at the moment.
Okay, so just real quick before we move on to the next one. You said your book title is Lord, I Don't Want to Die a Christian?
That is what I said. Lord, I don't want to die a Christian. My journal and journey to freedom. It is number 23 on Amazon's bestseller list today.
Ooh, where's my sound effects? God damn it. But look, I gotta have you back for the next year's show about the church and the Black community.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
That's gonna be the first thing for January.
Come on, I'm in there. I'm in there.
So anyway, yes, I gotta have that. All right, so can I just say Shin? You got a nickname because I don't want to.
Good evening.
Good evening. Okay, I couldn't hear you. So Shin, can I call you Shin, or do you have a nickname you would like me to go by?
No, Shin is. That's
okay. You kind of break. Okay, Shin, you kind of breaking up a little bit. Shin, you kind of breaking up a little bit.
Let's see.
Just a tad bit. Okay. I think I can try to hear you now. Okay. Can you
a little bit?
Your sound going in and out, in and out. Okay, so we're gonna give you time to get because it look like your signal is yellow, then it go green and it go yellow. Because I can see you guys connect to the signals. I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay, good. Shintina, but you're fine to call me Shin. Amazon best-selling author. I finished up in July. It's called Words of Wisdom from Insight and Guidance. And I co-author 5 other women. And it's a self-journal. And it's also well. So I am a violence advocate. and I'm also
Okay, you still going in and out. So look, I'm gonna give you time to get your sound together. Cause we can be, I can. It's like you underwater. I ain't trying to be funny, but that's what it sounds like. So I'm gonna take you off screen, get you time to get your sound together. Once you get your sound together and stuff, then you can come right back and we'll jump back into introducing you. So in the meantime, in between time, I want to show you guys some of my merch. Like, yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, bam, there we go.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. So,
Right.
all right. So this is rubysips.com. If you don't know, I have a podcast called Ruby Sips. I talk about celebrity gossip. I also give you ways to get paid every day. We do real life topics, the advice column, crazy news stories, and we inspire you to be great on a daily basis. Well, I don't come out every day, but we come out twice a month. Because it's just me. I say we because I'm speaking my team into existence. Okay. So this is on my shirts. We have sweatshirts, t-shirts, wine tumblers. Put that shit on paper, notebooks. We have socks, hats, quotation t-shirts. This is some of my older merch when I first started doing merch. We have all stuff for the kids, stuff to get you right. So this is just the explore page. Like you see, we have apparel, accessories, drinkware. And on the back of my shirt, it says Ruby Jew dope as fuck, but on the back of the shirt, it says life is too short. Have fun some of the time. So I'm always doing my quotation and my inspiring words at the end of each show. I also play the hottest independent artists in the United States, sometimes overseas, depending on what I can get my hands on. So if you interested in listening to Ruby Jew or Ruby Sips, you can type in Ruby Sips. You can type in Ruby Jew Radio. I definitely come up. I'm on all streaming platforms. I think I'm on over 10 different podcast platforms. I also offer courses on how to start a podcast, how to make money doing podcasting, things of that nature. So I just want to introduce you to me and show you what I'm about and show you some of my merch. I got my wine tumbler tonight. I used to have my teacup, but tonight I'm gonna need my wine tumbler. So that's what we got going on. So I'm gonna share my screen. All right, and let's see if Miss Sheen is ready to come back. Did she leave? I think she left. Okay. She'll be back. If she wants to come back in, she can come back in.
Will you
All
do
right. I'm
me
sorry,
a
I
favor
just
and tell me? Will you do me a favor
Go
and
ahead.
tell
I'm
me
sorry.
where are you from?
Oh, I didn't tell you guys where I'm from. I'm sorry. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from Atlanta,
Nope.
GA, where the players dwell.
Whoa.
Okay.
I was
Yeah,
born
I'm
there.
I
Atlanta,
thought
Georgia.
it was
I knew
something
it
like
had to
listening
be
to that
somewhere close.
accent.
I knew it had to be somewhere
I'm
close
from
to me with
Atlanta.
the accent.
Okay, yeah, we did perfect time. We stopped just in time for the introduction. Thank you, God. Okay, but look, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from the play. I always say I'm from the ACL where the players dwell, where shit don't swirl around here. That's what I always say. But I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I was born in one of the first projects built in America, which was Techwood Homes. I was born in those projects. I lived in those projects till about 8 or 9 years old. And from there, my mom bounced from project to project, to hood to hood, until I got in high school. And then she finally decided, hey, we should live a middle class life, which was a real struggle. We should have either been poor or rich. Middle class, don't nobody give a fuck about you. Anyway, I'm just being honest. So, anywho, I want to go ahead and get into last month's topic. Now, I'm gonna play a clip from last month. I'm gonna go ahead and mute this music as well. I want to play a clip from last month's show, and we talked about is child support a broke baby daddy or a broke baby mama's hustle? Is like I don't know. I have different opinions about it, but we're gonna play just a little clip of it, and let you know how it went down and how it's going and how it went and where it went. So, and I'll let you guys give you guys the opinion on that, and then we'll move into the topic for tonight. So let me share my screen. Let me head over here to see. I like rescreen, but I don't like rescreen at the same instance, baby. I got a love-hate relationship with so I'm gonna go ahead and
your 10 kids because you
what I'm gonna ask everybody to do is go ahead and mute you guys' mic, because sometimes when you have your mic on and the video is playing, it gives feedback. So if you guys can go ahead, or I mute it for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody's mic for them. Then I'm going to mute mine. And then we're going to go ahead and look at this clip. And then we're going to come back, give our little 5-minute commentary. And then we're going to dig into what we really came here for. Okay. the meat and potatoes.
About to pay me that child support too. I am now owed $300 a month, and I have yet to see a goddamn penny. And I'm fine with that, because you know what? He's the type of person that would be like, that car you drive is because of my child support. Your nails are done because of my child support. Your hair's done because of my child support. Honey, all the clothes my kids wear, what I do, what I drive, it's because I got me.
So I was reading a post, and a motherfucker said that child support is a broke bitch's hustle. Excuse the fuck out of me, bitch. But I am broke taking care of our kids. How about you send a little help a little? And if you motherfuckers out there ain't helping, there's the reason why there is child support.
Stupid goofy little boy. First of all, you don't know shit about me for you to be coming on my posts making comments and shit. My daughter is 17 and drives a Mercedes. The fuck? So that she can maintain the lifestyle that I desire her to have. The man is only required to pay $103 a month, and yet he's 10K behind. And I have really good judgment in men. I was married in 2009, but he died of stage 4 colon cancer. Since you want to be all in my motherfucking business about my judgment in men. It's like y'all would never believe what happened. My child's father made a child support payment.
What did?
Yo, daddy.
Hi, I'm flying first class, the lavish lifestyle of child support. I don't even know where my kids are. Good night, peasants.
I want all your money, child support. I want all your money. I want all your money. I want all your money. I want.
Okay, so I'm muting everybody. All right, so I'm gonna start with Queen. Now, do you think? Now we're just gonna give a little brief, little, you know what I'm saying, little something on it. We ain't gonna spend too long on it. Do
Yeah.
you think we just tune in? If you just joined in, if you watch the replay, we are recapping last month's topic: is child support a broke baby daddy or a broke baby mama's hustle? Okay, so as you've seen those videos with those women, the different opinions and things of that nature. So let me know how you feel. Queen, go ahead. What's your take on is child
Wow.
support a broke hustle?
Being as somebody that's been through that, no,
Mm-hmm.
I do not feel like that's a broke baby daddy or broke baby mama hustle. With the way that this court system set up, the way everything been designed, it's first off made to keep us apart, so we can't even co-parent as Black people. But
Right.
It's gonna sound a little contradictory, but it's like some women need it and some men do need it. But at the same time, some women and men, like, with our husband, his baby mama just treat him like an ATM. Don't let him see the kids, don't do nothing, and then turn around and be like, oh yeah, they need their daddy, they need blah blah blah. Well, let the man see his kids. He paying you without going through the courts, and it's on both sides. But it's personally, we don't feel like that because at the time we did have 2 of our kids' fathers on child support. That's because we really needed help. We were staying in an apartment, 4 kids by ourselves. It was a struggle. So we really needed it. But our kids are now currently living with them in Florida. So yeah, we took them off because that's the right thing to do. Y'all taking care of them. They in your house. Make the long story short, but it's some women and men that will use that court system and that to the T. It's embarrassing. That's the number one reason, because it's all we care about is money. why we can't co-parent, why we can't contact each other and be like, hey, you know, I'll pay X amount a week, or you know, I pay this, you're gonna let me see my kids, whether you male or female, you know. But personally, we're gonna say this, no, we don't feel like that, because some women and men do need the help. But like we say, it's gonna sound a little contradictory because some women and men use it for a pawn. So
Pretty much. My mama got child support for me up until, well, allegedly up until I was 24 years old, because I ended up going to college. So I still needed the support. So I'm like, Chad, you, honey. Anyway, Thomas, how you feel about the child support? You think that's a broke baby mama, broke baby daddy hustle?
Oh my goodness! Don't get me started. So, you know, the biggest thing was active duty Navy at one time. I'm retired now, and during that son, I was paying child support that was coming out. That child support is supposed to be exactly what it says: child support. There wasn't any spouse support. It was supposed to be child support. But to see my son, and he's got holy sneakers, things of that nature, but she's looking fly as can be. See, the problem that and why a lot of men stop paying is because the money is not. If you call and you say, you know what, I need help with the lights and with the money I sent, because I sure as hell don't see it, but your nails are done. Like that one lady said, she's driving a fly car. No, I think that it needs to be used properly. And in my opinion, that if a man or woman, because it could be either way, they need to make sure that money is utilized exactly how it's supposed to be, is never looked at.
Well, Thomas, I got something to say. So look,
please,
before we get to Miss Chandrika. So first of all, your sound kind of going in and out. So it's like every other word we hear you, but I still heard what you said.
Okay. Is that better? Is that better right now?
Yeah, that's better. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Secondly, you said something about the okay, so you said something about like the nails and the hair and stuff being done. Now, I had to like disagree with that because even though you giving me child support and I am taking care of your child, that doesn't mean I let myself go. But also too, that does mean that I'm supposed to use that support to support the child. But that don't mean I got to let myself go because you can give me child support. Now, me personally,
I'm giving you child support.
Okay, look, but listen,
woman support.
If I'm not straight, the child ain't straight. You feel me? You get what I'm saying?
Don't.
If I'm not good, the children are not good. Listen to what I'm saying. Like me personally, for instance, my child's father, I have 2 kids. I got one baby dad, 2 kids. I have 2 kids by this man. So each month he sends me about not one each month, but each week he sends me about 150, maybe 200. Okay. The first thing I do is make sure my children are already taken care of for out, throughout the year anyway. Like we go shopping on the regular. They got shoes. My daughter got her hair done, haircut already on the regular. So when you send that support, I either put that to the side for them for a rainy day for them to like go before us to go on an outing or get them something special. Or if I need to take care of a school bill or my child needs to do something at school or my son needs something or whatever he needs something for, then I use that money to do that. As far as nails and hair, I don't spend child support money on nails and hair. I do my own hair and I got my own press on nails.
And that's fantastic.
If I need to do something beneficial, I feel like it's gonna be beneficial for me and it's gonna make the money back, then I invest. But I don't feel like a man should be telling a woman what to do with the child support if he ain't in the house to support the child from the jump.
Well, I hear what you're saying, and I truly understand that there's no way for me to look at the fact. Now, you said that you don't do your hair and nails support money. Fantastic. But just like we saw on the video, women do. And what men have a problem with is seeing them taken care of, but seeing her looking great. Okay?
That's true.
If she's making her own money, that's fine. But in my opinion, send for child support should be used on that child. And I love the fact you're saying you can do whatever is needed. It comes up for the child and everything else. That's the way it should. Fortunately, it's not.
Yeah, a lot of women income is child support. See, my sole income ain't child support. I have listen. Baby, that little 200 you see every week, even though it's something I appreciate it, but it's like that ain't even to touch the surface of what I have going on. So that's not my sole thing of income. Some women, that's their sole purpose of income is child support. That's what all
And
they
that's
get
all
is
they
all
want to
they
do.
and they want to make and you know they a lot of these women are bitter baby mamas. They want to be upset because the man don't want to be with them, and it's like it seems like
Yep.
it is so crazy that the good
Correct.
daddies, the good baby daddies get the worst baby mamas, and the good baby mamas get the worst baby daddies. So
Correct.
I just feel like
And you know,
I don't know why it's the opposite like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why. I was like, it just works like that. It's like it goes in a full circle because then it's like life repeats itself and the cycle repeats itself. So I'm just like, oh my goodness. But we're gonna move on past that. We're gonna give Miss Chandrika a chance
okay.
to voice her opinion. I think my son is knocking at my door, so I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. Miss Chandrika, I am listening.
Yes, ma'am.
You need some money.
I appreciate Thomas and Queen's answer, mostly because they are speaking from experience. I am careful to offer an opinion when I don't have the experience. I don't have any children, so this is not my plight. My parents are still married. They have 4 daughters, so this is not a part of a situation or an experience I was privy to or observed closely in my family. It may be going on in my family somewhere, but I don't have any idea of what it's like. So I don't have an opinion because it's not my experience.
So
Be happy
I know
you
she
don't.
stepped. I
Be
know she
happy
stepped
you
away
don't.
for. How do you feel when you look at all of the support, how children are taken care of, and what's happening with it? And on that, not so much that you have the experience, but do you think that's right with that money?
I do what I do appreciate about your comment is that the money has already been assigned by the title it's given. So when it was said that a man shouldn't have any say so about what the mother does with the money, the man doesn't have a say so. The title given to the money has a say so. So it doesn't matter what the man says. The judge said this particular money is set aside for something called child support. So, whether or not the man says anything, the money has a title. Been assigned to something. So the
Right.
money, um, and that's kind of if I have an opinion on what you said, it made for me very clear the money being titled child support is um is the I guess what it's assigned to do to support the child.
And unfortunately, a lot of times things like this, and the men, and I go back to say women. I like some women I know that pay child support,
Yep.
but it should go to the child and not to the mother, because I know a couple of guys that are talking about, yeah, I'm going to the club. She just paid that child support. Little Bobby doesn't have any shoes. He's still wearing shoes he's had for the last 2 years and everything else. And I'll tell right, you need to be spending on that child. So
Right.
So I miss your point. See, these are the moments that child support don't pay for. The sick times, the times you gotta stop what you doing, interrupt. Cause my child come first. Like, yeah, this is a show. I'm trying to be professional, but if my child, I gotta tend to. I apologize for stepping out, but my child's sick. I'm still here. I could have canceled, but I'm still here.
Yeah.
right,
So these are the moments that child support don't pay for. So when people go to talking about, oh, that's a broke hustle, you do this, do that. it really don't matter if I'm being a woman about it. If I'm already been taking care of things, your money just extra. It really don't matter what I do with the child support. As long as that child is looking decent, is taken care of, they well fed, they got a roof over their head, they getting a great education, they getting great loving, get great care, they ain't depressed, they ain't homeless, ain't nothing wrong with them, they ain't sickly. Excuse me. Then your concern shouldn't be what I'm doing in my household. Because if you were that concerned, you would be here to help me run this household as a man. But you decide whatever happened between me and you, or whatever happened with the relationship didn't work out, and you had to be on child support, then that's what it is. So that's just my
This
take
may
on that.
be
I
another.
didn't hear Miss. I know. Let's move on because this will drag this all day. I didn't hear Miss Kendrick.
Okay.
What I
I didn't
offered,
hear Miss.
what I offered is that I don't have any children. So
Okay.
I appreciated Queen and Thomas's opinion because they have the experience, of having children and having to and being put in the position to have to care for a child that they aren't apparently in the home with. So I don't have children, so I can't speak on it. However, Thomas tried to pull something out of me a little more, and all I said was, something he said that helped me learn is that the money is assigned to something, and it's called child support. So I guess it doesn't matter what a man says or doesn't say about what a mother does. As you said, I understand that there are women are paying child support, but I'm just thinking about what you said as far as, a man shouldn't have anything to say about what you do with the money. Well, he doesn't have to if the name of the money is child support. So that's kind of what I got from what Thomas said.
Bottom line, Queen, the one thing that I agree with you on is if the child is taken care of, if the child is taken care of, he's not wanting for anything. When you get that on something else, it's not for me to say anything. However, when it does not have what he should, then that's when the problem comes up.
Yeah.
And I have to
I know a couple
go
now.
with you.
I know a couple of them that don't do what
Yeah,
they supposed to do. Now we ain't gonna name no names, but I know a
and
couple of
and
them.
I will tell I'll tell guys in a heartbeat, no matter what happened between you and that woman, you need to make sure that you are still with that child. So
Yep.
I get it.
So I actually had a guy on my first episode. He was a single father. He received child support from his baby mother, but he had 3 kids and he was still struggling. So he had to have help his sister and stuff like that, as far as like babysitting wise. And he came on, he talked about some of his struggles and things of that nature. And it was really an eye opener for me because it is a lot of single fathers out here, but they don't get recognition because the black woman is put in the forefront because they want to make us look like we're these strong, atlas individuals. You carry the world, way of the world, and I showed them the black man is never here. And listen, we get into some shit. I just be needing people on here to talk to dive into it. But I've dived into all that. But anyway, I don't want to hold y'all long, but the show is gonna probably last about 9:15, 9:20. So we talked about that sometimes it grows longer because we talking. So look, let's go ahead and get into what we came here for. I'm going to read this short poem and then I'm gonna read this article. It's a short article, it's not that long. And I'm gonna get into this poem and we're gonna dive into the beauty of a black woman. Um, is it accepted by society? Um, a lot of these motherfuckers cultural appropriate. A lot of them tell them, oh, that don't look good on you, but then it don't for black men say, oh, they don't look good on you, but it don't look good on me. But you're honoring somebody that got that my fake ass features, and you telling them it look good on them, but it don't look good on me. And this is my natural feature. My nose don't look good, my lips don't look good. But the Kardashian go get their nose and they ass and they lips feel and it look good on them. So the fact that you don't accept my beauty, what you don't accept my beauty as a black woman, you rather see my beauty on somebody else, it look good on somebody else. That's appropriating the culture. Anyway, let me go into this article before I get into a rant as I do, because I'm like, I don't understand your logic, sir, ma'am. The hell? Anyway, so we're gonna read the poem first. Well, let's read the article first and then we'll read the poem. All right, so this comes from the Harvard Crimson. I thought this article was pretty good by Ebony Smith. She's a Crimson opinion writer. February 10th, 2022. I'm going to mute y'all mic because somebody got feedback going on. So I'm gonna mute y'all mic while I read this article so we can hear me loud and clear. All right, it said I never knew that I was ugly, or at least or at least that white society thought so. Growing up, I had never felt more invisible. My middle school years were defined by excessive in-school suspensions and meetings in the principal's office. I was a straight A student in the public charter school, but that was impossible to see when my behavior was always defined for me. I was not a troublesome student. In fact, I enjoyed following the rules. So why couldn't the school administrators see that? Why was I punished significantly for more than other students for the same behavior? During my first suspension in middle school, I did not have the vocabulary to defend myself. I remember sitting at the principal's round table, hands crossed in my lap, her office lacking personal touches and colors, mirrored in let me see, integration, I guess it's listen, interrogation, I guess interrogation room. The door to the office was only slightly ajar, but I could hear everything. It was as if my teachers couldn't be bothered to hide their opinion of me. She's a distraction during study period. She cannot keep speaking out of turn. I was hyper visible and unfortunate symptoms of my ugliness. I was always being watched. So I sat there alone awaiting a punishment that I knew would be too strict. What did I not realize? What I did not realize was that coming of a age. Hold on, let me. I'm sorry, y'all. Look, what I did not realize was that the coming of age process for Black girls had an extra miserable layer. We were ugly, whether we believed it or not. Burke describes the phenom in work. I guess it's phenom in a work I was introduced during my first semester of sophomore year. Being ugly, she said, is the funny. She's being ugly, she said, is the funny way that that some people interact with those they deem physically unattractive. I know this because I'm ugly. At least that's what the world finds new ways. At least that's what the world finds new ways to tell me every day for Bert. The ugliness the world attracted to her was physical. For me, ugliness spoke to being unimportant, unseen, and unheard as a child. Black women have been called ugly for longer than we've been deemed human. Black girls live in a prodigal state. I think that word is a prodigal state where they're too ugly to be loved, yet too sexualized to be cherished. America knows all too well the consequences of the labeling of Black girls as promiscuous. There is no forgiveness or innocence awarded to Black girls who simply want to be children. Black girls experience sexual assault at a higher rate than their counterparts. In fact, 1 in 4 Black girls will be sexually abused before the age of 18. Woo, that's deep right there. When I was 12, being ugly meant people did not care to understand me or hear me. Nobody believed that I could be a rule abiding student. Even though I value my education as Black girls, we didn't have the luxury of making mistakes. Now, as an almost 20-year-old woman studying at Harvard, still proving myself. I find relationships difficult to navigate because I am hypersexualized. The ugliness that was once attached to my body has mortified into lust. That is sad. Um. Oh, I thought I was sharing my damn screen. I was sharing the screen. Lord have mercy, Jesus. So some told me come over here and check. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Look, I'm still trying to work this thing. Okay. Um, Black women exist in a space between femininity and masculinity that denies us access to either. For Black women, ugly means something deeper. It means that we aren't seen as fully human, and therefore we do not fit into the Eurocentric Eurocentric construction of gender. It also means that other people define us before we get to define ourselves. White society never misses a chance to remind Black women that they're the most disrespected group in America. I refuse to continue the cycle of perpetuated violence against other women who look like me. So I'm done listening to the be a Black girl in America is to trust that you're beautiful when the world covers the mirrors. Black girls, I see you, and most importantly, I am not afraid to look at you. That was a freaking deep article. Um, and so let's go over to this poem, and then we're gonna resume our conversation. We'll start off. We're gonna start off with Thomas since he's the man of the show. We're gonna read this poem. And we're gonna start off with Thomas and let him like give his commentary on the beautiful black woman and also what I just read. So let's see. Am I sharing my screen? Can you guys see this? This is what I hate about rescreen. You gotta toggle and do all this extra crap. All right. So this poem says the beauty of a black woman, the beauty of a black woman, the beauty of her woollen hair and the thick lips of her smile she shares. A warm embracing of a dimple she bear, smeared with shea butter and beauty. Shiny and oily, it tells a reflection story, a dark tone of a skin. The beauty of a mama Africa, the beauty of mama Africa, excuse me, found in the chest of a black woman. Her strength found within her chest and her pride. You have to invite. You have invite. I think that's what the word is. From the little dreams she had in many, and the future walls she is building. Now the last from her penny you have mocked. After striving from slavery, still her happiness is drawn in her beauty. That is the beauty of a black woman. She took a stroll, and her joy you explain on her walk, and the bounce from her behind you wished okay, the bounce from them booties you wish you had them curses in your am. While her curves you fancy with dirty thoughts. Yeah, you gonna over sexualize me every fucking time. You knew this, but her empowerment you fought. You know I'm a powerful woman. You know I am the goddess of a lot of things. But you're gonna put in my head that I'm not because of the way I look. Now you witness her reign on the coastal forts as her flag blows strength, raising dreams of fallen ones. That is the beauty of a black woman. You are the essence of beauty, little brown girl. Okay, so we're gonna stop sharing that screen. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna unmute everybody, and we're gonna go ahead and let Thomas start. So Thomas, since you are the emperor to the empress. Uh, can we get your opinion on the beauty of a black woman?
He can't hear you.
He can't hear me.
No.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Queen, can you hear me?
Yep.
I don't know why he can't hear me. Maybe it's something on his end. You need to unmute excuse me. See, this is what gonna make me rescreen. You gonna make me go back to StreamYard now. Can you? Maybe it's something on his end. But anyway, ladies, let's continue the discussion. We're gonna start with Chandrika. I'm gonna start from the bottom.
Well,
I know Queen, like she got a lot to say. I'm gonna let Queen get her thoughts together.
I'll go ahead, John.
I have just a few things on my mind. But and I guess I'm not, when I say this, it is to highlight what I'm getting ready, what I wanted to offer. I think a great question to add to the question of does society accept our beauty is, do we accept our beauty? And and the caveat, if I could say to that, is the fact that Thomas was asked first to talk to us about our beauty. You my friend. I got you. I know this. I was trying to tiptoe.
I knew that was gonna stir up. So I did. I know what I was doing. I was gonna stir up.
So Thomas's opinion it comes second. So in my opinion, the black woman should be asked first about her beauty being accepted by society, and so to answer the question from my point of view, experience, and perspective. Number one, does the black woman accept her beauty? That's number one. But number two, whether she does or not, is a bit unfortunate, because while we struggle, if you will, to accept our own beauty, society does accept our beauty and they do it by the evidence of envying our beauty. You can't envy what you don't accept. And so, yes, I think society accepts the beauty of a black woman, and because they accept it, they envy it, and because they envy it, they insult or or imitate it. That's
Queen, I'm gonna say so. Well, let me just say this before I forget.
mm-hmm.
So you saying that society does accept our beauty? I don't feel like they do, because if you did, you wouldn't try to make me hate it. You wouldn't try to make me hate myself and love your worth, as Kanye West said. You wouldn't try to make
But
me so Europeanized to the point where, oh, I can't wear my dread ponytail to work, or I wear lock ponytail to work, or I can't wear my. I've been places where I couldn't wear. I used to work places where I couldn't wear my natural hair.
right,
You can't wear that.
but
Why?
but that's what envy does. Envy and jealousy makes you hate yourself. So that's what they do. What how many times have you been told by someone opposite your culture, you're a beautiful woman? No. A person, normally a person who is envious or jealous of you, talks about you in a way that makes you hate yourself, and while all the while imitating what they really love about you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm saying that they, in order to be jealous of something, you have to accept that it is what it is first. So you have to accept the beauty of a black woman to be jealous of her. But
Okay, I ain't think of it like that. I ain't think of it
that's
like
what I'm
that.
saying. And so then out of your jealousy, you make me hate me. Wow.
So you want to be me
Right.
because you hate yourself.
There you go.
I mean, the Kardashians they really hurt me. They really get under my skin.
And the
Like
light.
at first,
And the
Yeah.
light.
it was like, okay, you're a white girl. Okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You was basking in your white girlness. Now people like, well, they not white, they're ambidextrous or whatever. Baby, it ain't black, so it's white. It ain't that's what it is to me.
Thank you.
So I mean, you of a European descent, even if you ain't, you still are, because that's where you come from. You're a Neanderthal, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. Anyway, because your hair grows down your neck to keep you warm, and my hair grows up to protect me from. Anyway, we're not gonna get into that. So look, listen. um, so it was cool when they first came out. They was, doing basking in their ambience. But then it came to a point where I'm starting to see your lips get a little fuller. I'm starting to see your ass getting a little bigger. You know what I'm saying? You saying it's natural, but me as a black girl, I know what a natural curve look like. I'm starting to see you tell me that I'm fat and I should go get lipo, and not me personally, but just in general, lipo and all this surgery and stuff that you have already gotten that your body can take. Notice that a lot of black women get these BBLs, their body can't take because our bodies are not meant naturally. We're not meant for no surgeries.
Right.
We're not meant for no nine. We are natural. We of the earth. We're of the sun. We're of the moon. We are goddesses. We are queens. We are healers. We are protectors. We are psychics. We are sorcerers. We are all these things that are of the earth. That's why we're put here with all these different gifts.
And you wonder why they envious?
I don't wonder why they envious.
Right. So I'm being funny. I'm being sarcastic to say that all of the things you just listed, it's jealous worthy. And I think it takes, and I think it's unfortunate because it'll always be. Because if you aren't a part of black and brown groups of people, in many cases you're without culture, without the experience of what it's like to be ethnic, and to be a people without culture is to be left to mimic or copy culture. That's all that's left to do. Because as far as I know, the only culture I've ever seen of anyone that is not black and brown is power and money, influence. That's not culture.
That's not culture.
It's not
That's
culture.
just
It's not
power.
personality. It's not,
Yeah.
there's no connection. So, oftentimes when you hear them talking to each other, people of European descent, when you hear them talking to each other, they're talking about the things that they've accomplished, or the accomplishments that their children have have under their belts and the places they've traveled and where they're going next and the land that they bought and the business that they purchased and the investments that they've made. That to me, that's not culture.
Let me just interrupt you real quick. Let me tell you how God worked real fast. I just had an epiphany. I'm very spiritual, so God talked to me all the time. My spirit guide, uh, look at this panel right here. I just want you to look who's here.
Who's left?
This is what was meant. That's all I gotta say. This is what was meant. Everybody was cutting in, cutting out. So that's why I let motherfuckers weed themselves out. And that's why I'm like, I had said in that email, I'm like, I know a few people gonna show up, but the people that got the good sitting, the good cameras are the people that's supposed to be on the panel, that's supposed to be around for these discussions. Even though I want a man to be a part of discussion, sometimes men can be very one-sided. They can feel entitled. As you can see, he tried to run the show just a tad bit now. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't that type of girl. I'm gonna shut you down. But and so it's like God God, universe, they just know what they be doing. They just know what they're doing. It's like it wasn't me. And I just wanted to say that because I'm like, everything else is clear. I'm clear, you clear, they clear. Sometimes God God know my personality. And they know that I ain't no shit taker. And they know I don't bullshit. So they try to keep those type of people away from me who are biased and who are going to make me come out of my character that I'm supposed, make me come out of character. So I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but I don't know. For my come up, my elevation, my healing journey, it's been steering me away from those type of people because that's not the way I'm supposed to go.
Wow.
But while you was talking, Miss Shandrika, you really you said a word and it made me like ping. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I got to when she gets to talk, I got to just let her know like this is we supposed to be here. This is how it's supposed to go.
Wow.
So thank you for that. I didn't look at it like that. I looked at it in a totally different way. But see, that's why I like to have other people on the panel because you open my eyes to stuff. Miss Shandrika, were you done with your point?
Yes, I want to hear what Miss Queen got to say.
Yeah, me too. I'm ready because she been nodding and bopping. I'm like, yes, she got that head wrap on, baby. I want that head wrap been moving ever since she got up here. I'm like, baby, I want to know. I want to mute my mic because I want to hear what you got to say.
Well, first thing about the head wrap, I am a Muslim woman. I like to let everybody know that. So I do follow Allah and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's our messenger. But with that being said, we want to say this. We agree with both of y'all. Now, sis, we're going to start with you first. You said one important point, we almost jumped out of our seat. We are the most disrespected, unprotected race in all of America. And we are. No, it's going to sound like a catch-22, but we agree with both of y'all, and we're going to say why. No, we don't feel like we are protected, like you were saying. We're not. We're the most disrespected. Y'all see on social media, we half naked, shaking our behind, whole 9 yards, cussing, and we don't use profanity personally. That's just us. We don't judge other people that do. But we agree with you because of what you said. We're not protected. Our own Black men don't even know how to protect us or tell us that we're beautiful. Society does not know how to tell us that we're beautiful. From the moment we were brought over here 400 plus years ago, we were taught that we were ugly, especially if you were dark skinned. If you were a dark skinned woman, you was disrespect ain't even a word. You was like degraded, like you wasn't good enough. Yeah, I saw a little movement that was going on. I think at one point they was trying to really, pump dark skinned women. As you can see, we dark skinned as well. So we already know how that goes. We used to get comments all the time when we were in school, like, "Are you from Africa? Like, are you African?" And we looking like, "Are you serious? What? Because I'm dark skinned? You just assume I'm." Just assume I'm from Africa, like for real. And we be like, no, we're born here in the United States. We American, so that was something we had to deal with. Now, Charlene, are we saying your name right? I don't like saying
Shandrika.
Miss
Shandrika. We said Charlene.
Apologies.
Charlene.
Wow. We apologize. We hate saying people's name wrong. But, we do agree with what you said as well. We accept it. It's just like this freedom of speech. It's all good and we all cool to be accepted until it offends people that want to copy us, like what you were saying.
And I want to be clear. I didn't say that we as a group of women or ethnic women are accepted, not as
Yeah.
people, but the beauty of Black women.
We
Yes,
call it
Right.
beauty. Yeah.
the beauty
And
of
and that's accepted to like a
yeah,
certain extent,
that's
like what you were
accepted.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, until like you said, they want to mimic us, they want to
yes,
copy us. It's all fine and good until we step outside the box, or we even so much. And it's another thing, when we want to speak up, or we want what we call equal rights, all that nonsense, whole 9 yards. It's all fine and good until then, and then it's a problem. So that's why we're saying we agree with both of y'all, because we're not. We're still fighting right now for equal pay, equal rights. Everybody, it's abortion mess. We got to work as a Black woman, and it's just from experience, twice as hard just to make one step. Just like ourself and you guys. We host a podcast. We part on radio. We doing 9, 10 different things. And as a Black woman, you gotta have more than one hustle. You gotta have what's the word we're looking for? You gotta have a drive. You gotta have that self-motivation. That's what we're looking for. Because we are until it's inconvenient for the enemy. Don't know if that make any sense or not. But yeah, like we said, we agree with both of y'all. And
Now, may I ask you a question? You keep saying we. Now, who is we? Is somebody in the room with
yes,
you?
I want to get out of my head.
we get asked that all the time. Like a minute ago, we said we were Muslims, so we always use we, us, our. We never refer to just ourselves. So we always make sure we represent Allah, who is our God, since we Muslims. So we always say we.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like, dang, is
Yeah, a
this
lot of
another? I'm
people
like, I
ask
want to talk to
that.
that person.
I've never heard that before. I appreciate you
Yeah.
and the answer. Got it.
No
Yeah,
problem.
because I'm not, like I say, I'm not. I don't talk about religion on my platform, my channel. Period. I'm not a religious person. I'm more
Yeah,
spiritual.
yeah.
Yes, I grew up in church, and me and Miss
Yeah.
Shandrika gonna get into that church thing. But I don't really get. I don't. You know what I'm saying? People who pray, who they pray to, people do what they
Right.
do. You know what I'm saying? But some things are just universal. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I don't. I don't. I know I say
Yeah.
we sometimes and two, but but I just want to know. I'm like, it's somebody. I want to talk to the other person.
Oh
Like, can you
no,
pull them in the
yeah, yeah.
camera? Okay.
That's the only time we really
That's
say that, because
okay.
we don't really, open our mouth until somebody asks. So we don't.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't
Okay.
like to
So,
assume. So but yeah, we agree with both
my
of y'all. Both of y'all had some good points. So yeah, we it is accepted until like we said, like freedom of speech. Until it offends other people. When we want to do something different, to be natural, to be this world has taught us to hate ourselves. We've been programmed to hate ourselves and not love ourselves since we were brought over here. So that's why we say
Yep.
we agree with both of y'all. So it starts with yourself, and this song we went through. We ain't like ourselves. We thought we were skinny and whole 9 yards, and we
One
couldn't
thing
gain it. Huh?
with you pointing out that we were taught to hate ourselves, that alludes to the fact that we didn't always do that. We didn't
Right.
always hate ourselves. We had to be taught
Mm-hmm.
out
Mm-hmm.
of the if I could use the word in a healthy way, we were taught out of the arrogance. We were
Right.
taught out of the kind of confidence that ruled, the kind of aura that changed a room, changed a setting, that led and influenced people without saying a word. We were taught out of those characteristics, and we had to be, if we were going to be inferior. That's what we were. We were taught out of our what is the word? What's the opposite of inferiority?
Superior, something like
We were
that.
taught out of our superiority.
Okay, because I need to write this down.
So we
No,
were
she yeah, that's how it went.
I know, but I like to, I'm learning too. Even though I'm the
Yeah,
host of the show, you know what
because
I mean? I know
because
everything.
that's the reminder that we were taught to hate ourselves has to imply that we didn't hate ourselves prior to.
at some
Mhm.
point, yeah,
And that
and
we
it changed.
had a sense of superiority about us, and we had to be taught out of that so that we could become so that we could become inferior, I think is the right word, to those who felt like they were or wanted to be superior for their own financial gain. It wasn't,
Oh
this
yeah,
was this was for to build economy in a way that they saw best to get their money and power. So
It makes them look, yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so
Cause I,
I wanted to
yeah.
define beauty, because I in the in our description we were supposed to stick with the subject, so I'm trying my best to do my part. It's a,
And a lot of times we don't, because the like, okay, so if you guys go back on my YouTube channel, you ain't gotta watch all the videos, but if you look at some of the topics of the videos, they all tie in together.
okay.
So
yeah.
this topic ties into um not the last topic we had, but the topic we had before that, the women liberation movement.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That
Oh,
topic ties into that. Then we had the topic about being raised in the single parent home, the black edition, being raised by a single parent, the black edition, and how the man was removed and all this. So all this ties into every
yeah.
topic. If you pay attention to what I'm doing, I'm just breaking down the issues that we
Mm-hmm.
see that here just into different segments and having different people, or even just myself, come on and discuss these things. I don't really pay attention to the views or who listen, who watching. It's out there,
yeah.
so it's already in the
Right.
atmosphere. Somebody hearing it, somebody watching it, so it's already teleported. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't worry about that. I just like for people to come on and express themselves, and I like the fact that you guys are going in, but you're coming back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be like, hey, you don't bring it on in, because all of it ties together. The beautiful black
Mm-hmm.
woman is, you know what I'm saying, is defined by the women liberation movement that was created by a white woman. When I walk into a room with confidence as a black girl, even when I'm going to my child's school and I have an issue with the teacher, the way he said something to her, like, just I don't mean we're gonna get back to you, Miss Hendrick, but I just want to say this, and it goes as young as as being a little girl. My child's teacher, he's a black man.
Mm.
My child teacher said something about her hair. Now, mind you, I do a lot of crochet, or I do a lot of braids for my child hair. Girl, she don't need to know all those chemicals and perms and things. I'm not putting that stuff in her hair. She has a beautiful texture of hair. I just braid it, I wash it, get it braided, or I might do a crochet style. Something for appropriate for a kid. So I usually keep the crochet style in for like a month and a half, give the hair time to grow, release some of that tension that's been on it from being in ponytails and stuff. She told me they were sitting in circle time, and during circle time, it's like a social thing where they teach the kids, to be social, interact with each other, things of that nature. And they went to talking about something, and I guess he asked her a question like, hey, what's gonna be new for you, or whatever question he asked her. She's like, well, mommy's gonna redo my hair. I'm gonna get a new hairstyle. He told her, that's cap. You ain't getting your hair done. You ain't getting no new hairstyle.
Huh?
First of all, sir, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Do you have a wristband? Are you allowed? And listen, so when I approached hey, I came in with confidence. They looking, they whispering, they looking. Baby, it's me. I'm here in the flesh. Okay, I'm here. I'm here. It's
Yeah.
me. It's me. It's me. Oh Lord, standing in the need. I am here. What can I? Well, he's a Christian, ma'am. I don't care anything about religion, ma'am. Religion has nothing to do with him talking about a black girl's hair, and he's a black man teaching a bunch of
Yeah.
black students. Anything he should be exuding, he should be praising her for her beauty.
Mm-hmm.
This is a child. You're starting to bruise her ego
Yep.
at a young age. She's gonna take that on to her adult year. What is she? I used to like as a kid. I never forgot when teachers used to call me ugly or black or my hair. I ain't forgot that shit. I'm 37. I ain't forgot that shit.
Mm-hmm.
She may not forget what you said to her. So when we talking about, like you said, having confidence that the black woman, they hate us, they also teach the men to do the same. The men want to talk about, oh well, the black man was pushed out the home, and you got now. Because you have a chance to redeem yourself, just like you want me to redeem myself and become this a lawful wedded wife. You and this lawful wedded human being of a woman, whatever you want to call it. you have a chance to redeem yourself too. As a black man, you as a black man, supposedly admiring the beauty of a young black girl, you wouldn't even supposed to mention anything about her hair being nappy or none of that type of shit.
No.
Because you been around them white folks, you think you got the right.
Yep.
But like Miss Shendrika said, they get jealous of your confidence. When you come in, it's like they don't know what to do because you powerful. I came in. Listen, I wore my hair nappy, natural nails, no makeup, none of that. Ma'am, I'm here in the natural flush. What can we do with this man?
Mm-hmm.
He's a black man. You are a black woman, and you guys are under a white man. What can we do? He's the white man looking. I don't give a damn about that. What they cracker whisper. Listen, I don't hate white people, but when it comes to me and my power, I know my power, and I'm going to exert it very well.
Yep.
So when we're talking about the beautiful black woman, that shit starts everywhere. Even as a kid, like you said,
Right.
from the time we were born to the time we come here, it's all they trying to just dim us down so we can be like, like you said, inferior to them. My mom used to teach me to fear white people. For a long time, I was scared of a white person. For a very long time.
Yeah.
I didn't think my black was beautiful, none of that stuff. Oh no, I started getting into college and I had started having college friends and they were doing African American studies and culture, and they was like, why is a white man studying African American studies? Like, I never understood that. Why he studied African American studies? Because he's trying to figure us out. So he can play so he can play that pawn game, that chess game. But life is like a game of chess.
But the thing is that the magic, if you will, is that we are something or someone to be figured out.
Woo! Yes.
We got all the knowledge.
And you wonder why when you wonder why when you get ready to when you wonder why when they try to put them when they try to stir in the wood, when they try to stir in the when I can't even get it out, Lord. When they trying to stir in the culture, you wonder why our ancestors rise up through them oceans and they rise up through them natural disasters and they wipe everything the fuck you got out. And it make you start because you're gonna rethink yourself. So one thing I don't worry about the white man fucking with me. I don't worry about the oppressor fucking with me because I know my ancestors gonna come through and they gonna rock shit. Yeah, they gonna let you know like, hey baby, we let you slide a little bit. We let you get your shine on, but don't forget who's real and what's coming to you. Exactly. And a lot of, and just to get off subject a little bit, we'll talk the bad side of slavery, like, oh, they beat us, they killed us, they didn't tell you about the motherfuckers. They didn't tell you about the people that were praying. They were doing the spells and we were praying and planning shit. They didn't tell you about the slave that poisoned a lot of them slave owners. They didn't tell you the other side of things. I read a story and I was so fucking shocked. I couldn't believe it. This lady was a mastermind. True enough, she stayed because she fell in love with that white man. But baby, she said, either it's gonna be me and mine, or you and yours ain't gonna have nothing. That lady poisoned the whole goddamn family. They died in the house in front of this mirror. And that house is from the 1700s. And they've been trying to sell that goddamn house. And every time they try to sell that house, can't nobody live in it. Because they see the woman, they see the spirits are trapped in the mirror. She killed the whole damn family, including the slave master.
Wow.
So they don't tell us the strong part of it. They give us the weak part. They make us feel like we gotta be in forever slave mode because you're gonna feed us the weakness. You want to make us angry so we can look like what you portraying us to be. But you ain't tell us that part right now.
Right.
You ain't tell us that some of these slaves were whacking off their slave owners. You ain't tell us that goddamn these. You ain't tell us none of that. But you keep trying to put this image in front of us and in front of the world as we the monsters and we the beasts. We're just unhealthy people. We don't need to be around. We don't need to be. We should kill each other off. We don't deserve to be here. And then you going, okay, so then boom, you realize the black woman is the key to everything. So you take her and you use her beauty, you use her mental, you use her body, use her mind, and you make it seem like, oh, if she's doing it, it is disgusting. But if we let a white woman or Asian or Spanish, it's everything. So I just want to say that. That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say. I be going on my rants because I be getting on sad. You know what I'm saying? I go on my and I'm a black woman. I had to learn to stand in my confidence every day. I mean, I would go up there with my head wrapped, baby, because Sojourner Truth wore her head wrapped. Harriet Tubman wore her head. I'm gonna wear my head wrapped, ma'am. You gonna respect me just as much as one of these crackers walking in here with this long hair down their back. You gonna respect me just the same, ma'am. I don't care about your credentials or anything like that. What we're talking about is this child and how that man disrespected my child by talking about her hair. Your credentials, your religion has nothing to do with what you feel like is cultural appropriate, what you feel like you should say it culturally.
Nope.
Cause you trying to be in the mix. You've been around them crackers so goddamn long, they got your head fucked up.
That's
Sir,
all messed up.
I couldn't cuss like that at the meeting, but he felt the drift. He was looking crazy. He had that man. Had to put his mask over his face. And I can see your eye moving. You're very uncomfortable because you ain't never met a motherfucker like me. You ain't never met a woman like me. You ain't never met a parent that's gonna come straight up in your face. Oh no, I ain't coming to you and talking to you in email. I'm going to your boss. We're writing letters. We CCing motherfuckers. Since you want to be on them crackers team, I'm gonna show you how much they on your team. They can give a two fucks less about you.
Not
You just
okay.
another nigga. You just another nigga under their belt. That's basically what you are. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't want to hold y'all long, but I'm gonna let y'all finish wrapping up y'all comments. We're gonna go ahead and wrap the show. It's been an hour and 16 minutes. I don't want to keep y'all long. So y'all can give y'all final takes on it. I'm gonna let Miss Shendrika, she said she wanted to define beauty. I'm gonna let her define beauty, and then I'm gonna let Miss Shendrika, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It gave me a notification. I'm like, oh shit, my signal messing up. See this?
You ready? I'm just gonna read.
Let's go back. So we're gonna let you define beauty, and then we're gonna let Queen define beauty, and then we're gonna end the show.
I'm just gonna read the definition as written. The quality present in a thing or person that gives intense pleasure or deep satisfaction to the mind, whether arising from sensory manifestations as shape, color, sound, etc., or meaningful design or pattern, or something else as a personality in which high spiritual qualities are manifest. That, I mean, if that's who we were before the enslavement of Black women and Black men and children, then we have the ability to do that. So I think it's important that we first accept our own beauty, accept our beauty ourselves, and if when we do that, society and also accept that it is going to be copied. Also accept that it is going to be seen and accepted by other cultures, and that it's going to be copied. But be confident in that. That I hear that's the best form of flattery, to be copied is the best form of flattery.
Thank you for that. I needed that. Yeah, I have to have you on that show. I mean, you really.
I think it's to be imitated. To be imitated is the best form of flattery.
Yeah, I thank you for that. You really just opened my eyes to some stuff. I can definitely move a little different now. Listening to you and your take on things. I love your just so I like to learn, and this is like so eye opening. I'm like, dang, she making me think. This is what I need. Okay. Snaps for that. I love it. I love it.
Really, I'm glad to be here.
Okay, Miss Shendrika, were you done with your point? Did you have anything else to add?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Queen.
Yes. One thing we like to say is Black women, we are the original. And the main reason is because we give life. Ain't no more simple than that. We give life. We the mother of all civilization. And like you said earlier, sis, we were not always taught that. Just like what Odu said to your baby. It starts with ourselves. No matter what society said, no matter what they teach, or try to program or put in your head, we are the original. Our beauty comes from within. And this is, in no disrespect to anyone, it's not in your hair, it's not in your nails, it's not in your makeup, it's within you. And whatever journey or path you got to go through, whatever hell you got to go through to get there, because not everybody is going to accept you. Not everybody is going to like you. They're not going to love you. But another thing you said that we like is, or you're going to respect me. I don't care. You ain't got to like me. You ain't got to love me, but you're going to respect me. I'm going to treat you the same way. We really And we see some women doing it now, but we really got to get into the habit of remembering every day. Just like we tell ourselves, I'm a soldier, I'm a warrior, I'm finna get out
Okay.
this bed, even if I don't feel like it. I don't care
Mm.
how I'm feeling personally. I'm finna get out here, go to work, school, show, radio, podcast, whatever. It's all within us as Black women. And we really have to start with ourselves. That's where it
Yep.
starts at, if you got to cut out people, block the world out,
Mhm.
whatever. That's what we
Mhm.
do. They don't define who you are. You do.
Yep. And we also have to respect each other because you got a lot of Black women that don't
Yeah.
respect other Black women. So
Yeah.
it starts within us in the community. This is why I had these discussions. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, word get around town. They be like, "Oh shit, I gotta go." And for those of you who be like, "Listen, I have really worked on my cussing. Like I used to cuss like a goddamn sailor. My granddaddy taught me how to cuss. I mean, every other word was a goddamn you stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I like being in, and you wouldn't be able to sit in here because you be like, oh hell nah, she got some good points, but I can't sit in here because she cussing too damn much. But that's a part of the journey, learning experience. Am I ever gonna stop cussing? Probably not, because it's the way I express myself. Will I cut back on the cussing? Yeah, pretty much I would. Yeah, I have. But I don't think I mean, it's the way it's for me. It's an expression. For some people, it say it may be disrespectful to the culture or whatever, whatever. Because
Right.
the white man taught us to cuss. Okay, but for me, it's an expression for me. And a lot of people be like, "Oh, you're cussing out. You're cussing. You got to pop out." Baby, if you hear some of the things these crackers are saying about you in these meetings
I
after
can't.
work,
I can't.
Behind
you'll
closed
think,
doors. Come on.
you feel me?
Okay, I am struggling. Girl, the cussing is not bothering me more than it is the crackers. I'm like, God, what is so?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's a derogatory word. I know, but
Yes.
I know. I know.
But you know
Okay.
what? Our mama used to use that when we was growing up. So we
Oh, wow.
familiar with it. Yeah, we used
My
to hear
grandma
it
used
before
to say
too.
honkies. I say
Oh,
honky is more disrespectful than a cracker.
I ain't heard that one in a long time.
Grandma say them damn honkies. You know
Now
what I'm saying?
that
I
one we
think
ain't heard. We ain't heard that
yeah,
one.
my grandma used to say honkies. I think honky is more different than cracker. Cracker, you are white. You're white like a cracker. I mean, like it's like I'm black like you know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? But anyway,
Yeah.
we gonna wrap this up. I loved you, ladies. I will be in touch with you guys. Queen Candy. I don't know exactly what y'all emails are. If y'all can like email me after we leave here, so I can just have your specific email.
Okay.
So next month we are talking about you want me to cook and clean, but you ain't giving me no ring.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we got the wife to do this going on, but you ain't being the man and committing. So that's what we're talking about next month.
Oh yeah, we gotta be there for
Okay.
that.
So, and I know some of the men when I put this out in the groups and stuff, I know I probably met y'all in the group because I had a lot. I had like over 30 people respond, and I emailed over 30 people. But of course, out of 30 people, only a few people gonna show it. That's fine. But you have a lot of people that be acting like they got something to say when it's time to talk. Everybody want to talk that they got something to say, and that's coming out when they move the lips.
Let's do it.
Okay, listen. You ain't saying that. You say you want to say something, but you ain't bold enough to get up here and really say something. Anyway, so
Fear.
like I said, next the fear of it's
My
free
bad.
speech, but you scared to speak. Anyway,
Me
but
and my bad.
we go wrap this up. But I'll be in touch with you ladies about next month. And if you guys wanted to come on my podcast, I do interview people. I'm doing right now. I'm trying to work on doing advertisement for a business, like giving if you have a business or you are whatever you do. I want to put instead of me advertising my voice, I want to put you in those advertisement slots. Well, I'm advertising my show and stuff like that. I want to put you in those advertising shots because I really run my podcast like a real radio. And eventually, with this fourth magazine feature, somebody got them listening and watching because I ain't reached out to no magazine.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
So it's excellent. It's one of those milestones that
Yeah.
I've reached in my family that nobody has reached. Not saying that they can't, but it's just I deserve to brag on myself. So I'll be in touch with you ladies if you guys want to come on the podcast. We'll interview, but I would love to have you ladies back next month with this discussion. And I wanted the male's point of view, but obviously a male's point of view, sometimes it ain't needed because sometimes what a male got to say don't really fly away anyway. Anyway, so I always end the show with it's been nice, it's been fun, but your girl gotta run. Life is too short. Have fun some of the time. Ain't shit all good when your ass all broke. So keep some money in your pocket. The most expensive thing is a closed mind. So always keep your shit open. And if you don't remember anything we said or did in this live video, remember that weak people revenge, strong people forgive, intelligent people ignore. Always be sure to tell the truth, even when no one is listening, because somebody hear your ass. Okay.
Every time.
Life is too short. Have fun some of the time. Okay. Also, too, guys, don't forget to shop Ruby Sips. You do get 10% off when you shop Ruby Sips if you use the code Ruby Sips. So you can go to rubysips.com, shop you some merch, get you a cup, a notebook, the manifesting, t-shirt, stuff like that. And when you get to that checkout code, just put in Ruby Sips and you get 10% off. That code never expires. So anytime you decide you want to shop, you get that 10% off. Anything that you buy and any money that you spend on Ruby Jew goes toward the betterment of Ruby Jew Radio. I eventually want to start building up crowdfunding so I can start passing out prizes and t-shirts to people for their support. Well, I'm working on all that. I say we because I'm like I said, me and her doing the we thing again. I'm building a team. I'm building up myself so when I get that team, everything will run smooth because the way the proper preparation makes for better performance. So if I prepare now, when I get that team, I'm already prepared, so the performance will be excellent. Okay. Yep. All right, guys. So thank you so much, ladies. Don't forget to just send me an A, a B, a C in the email from your personal email. Just send me something so I have your personal email, so I can just put all three of us in a personal email so we can correspond back and forth. And if you have any ideas for the show, if you ever want to come on and be like, okay, Ruby, can you put me up first so I can host or whatever the case may be? This is not something. This ain't just it's my shit. This is my show, and you gonna do as I want to say. This ain't David rubbing in the Temptations, okay? If you ever have this ain't David rubbing in the Temptation, okay? This is about issues at hand. So if you ever want to say, well, I want to use your platform to talk about this issue. Can you make me a flyer for this issue? Let's talk about this issues at hand. Long as it has something to do with like the issues at hand in the Black community, we can, you know what I'm saying, we can do that. Okay. If you want to come on and talk, you want to talk first and host and whatever, you know what I'm saying, that's fine. Just know it ain't my show, but it is my show at the same time. So, you know, rules and stuff still apply. But just let me know. So if you had any ideas, anything, I would love to correspond with you ladies and anybody that wants to correspond. But we're gonna head on up out of here. I appreciate you for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank
Chandrika,
you.
we got to be in touch with this book. I'm gonna have to get this book. I'm gonna add it to my book. I got my little bookshelf right here. I gotta add to my book collection. Don't let me die a Christian, Lord.
That's not what I said. I said, Lord, I don't want to die a Christian.
Lord, I don't want to die a Christian. I got to read that. I got to see what it's about. So thank you so much. Thank you guys for your support. I appreciate you guys. We'll be in touch. If there's nothing further, ladies, before we leave, can you guys shout out? We're gonna start with Chandrika. Could you shout out your Instagram? I want, you know, your book, your website, just really quickly, and then we'll go to Queen really quickly and then we'll end. So Miss Chandrika, can you go ahead and shout out your Instagram, your Facebook, or what they can find you at? They were interested in talking with you.
Chandrika D Fee on all major platforms, chandrikadfee.com. And my book is on Amazon. It's on barnesandnobles.com. It's in Barnes and Nobles, the store, and a plethora of other places. Lord, I don't want to die a Christian. My journey to freedom.
Oh, wow.
Queen, she's your queen to me.
Oh man, I'm gonna love this. I love y'all, ladies. I definitely enjoyed myself. Thank you once again for inviting us on. Y'all can check out our show, the Queen Candy Podcast on CTR Media Network, WBGR TV, any streaming platform that you can hear podcast on. Y'all just go look under the Queen Candy Podcast. Come check us out. We have a couple songs available on all streaming platforms as well under Miss Candy. This was before we switched over to Queen Candy. Selfish, I Am, National Anthem, and Soul Survivor. So is a few of our songs because we do music as well. And we forgot to mention this, I don't know why, but we also have a book on Amazon. It's called Pain, Purpose, and Survival. It's just about, you know, trials and tribulations that we went through. Kind of went in on family a little bit, but we'll get into that on another show. And y'all can go on Amazon and check that out as well. And believe that's it.
Thank you so much. See, I'm all about I feel like Black people don't get enough promotion, so I'm gonna be that girl to promote you.
Forgot one more thing.
Go ahead.
And y'all can go to our Facebook and Instagram and YouTube under the Queen Candy Podcast as well. So
I'm gonna go check out your podcast. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out tonight while I'm finished getting the kids ready. But anyway, it's been nice. It's been fun. But your girl gotta run. Okay. Life is too short. Have fun sometime. We are out of here. Thank you so much for being a part of the Ruby G Radio platform. Don't forget to check out an episode of Ruby Sips, which is streaming on all platforms you can find the podcast on. We thank you so much. And we are out of here. Ladies, don't forget to email me. Okay.
Yes.
We out of here. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great night.
You too.
You too.